So, with the Coldplay concert, I couldn't have just sat on my settee and tickets would magically happen. It was only because I still had the faith that we would get into that concert, even though all those odds were against us. There was no way that we were going to get into that concert, and yet it happened because we showed up, we kept trying to get in, and then it was easy. So no, you've got to keep taking steps towards it, no matter how big it is. Just start a savings account, no matter how little it is, and entitle that bank account, whatever, the dream house or the perfect holiday or whatever. Believe in it and work towards it, even if it's tiny little steps. You'll get there.
Love that. I love that. That's beautiful. I hope everyone's been taking notes. And, there were so many things in my mind while you were saying this. Let's start off with gratitude. Now, we know that feeling grateful increases your energetic vibration. If we can take a blood test right now and you and me are feeling, or one of us is feeling grateful and one of us isn't, we'll see a downstream of negative hormones, chemicals going on in our body in the moment itself. If I'm around you and in this room I feel a lot of grace, it could be a picture of God or anything, automatically the vibrations increase. So being around grateful people, being around spaces which are more positive can actually increase your vibration. This is proven by science. David Emmons from the University of California, he did a study and he showed if you write 5 things that you're grateful for per week, I would say do it every day. But if you can write down 5 things that you're grateful for in a week, you sleep 25 minutes more, you exercise 33% more, and your happiness quotient, which is, they have a way of measuring it, or that goes up by 30%.
Gosh.
So it is science-backed, it's powerful. People have been talking about it for thousands of years. And I remember, it's so funny because I read a book a few years ago. It was gifted to me. It's by another podcast. He's a podcaster as well. His name is Jay Shetty. And the book's name is Think Like a Monk. And in that book, he mentioned that you can find chances of being grateful just while walking. He was talking about, like, back in the day, he would just go on a walk and find things to be grateful for. And about 2 years ago, when I started taking my dog for a walk, I was just looking at the environment and finding things to be grateful for. Oh, look at the leaves. They're so green. It's nice. We're breathing oxygen. Okay, I'm grateful to have my dog, Jaeger. Shout out to Jaeger. And, it's so interesting because as soon as you said that, I went back into this walk that I have almost every day with Jaeger. And I try to find something in the environment that I'm grateful for. What has recently been working for me is that every night before I sleep, of course, I'm writing a few things down, and I kind of just shut off everything. I go into my meditativeness, and then I'm looking at all the things that I'm reflecting back on my day and consciously looking at everything that has happened and being grateful for it. Because also what science tells us is that we have a negativity bias, most of us. So naturally, we tend to pay attention to anything negative that has happened, anything that hasn't worked out for us. And because that opposes a threat, and a threat can be dangerous. Anything good that's happened, our brain tends to forget it. So if I ask most people, what was something good that happened to you this week, it'll take them time to think, but magic is happening every day.